If you need some inspiration or just want good company, whatever you are looking for, you'll find it here indeed, in meaningful mornings. Meaningful mornings. Meaningful mornings.
Welcome to Meaningful Mornings. In the evenings, I read the Amar Chitra Katha series to our kids, and we recently completed the Gita. The introduction to this particular comic is written by Swami Chinmayananda, and I'll read you a paragraph from this. Here are the saner values of life as enshrined in the Bhagavad Gita. Arjuna, a confused child of his age, is tenderly guided to rediscover in himself his own heroism. Lord Krishna expounds a healthy way of life which guarantees not only our worldly success in life, but also ensures the ultimate unfoldment of man into the total perfection of Godhood. As we've completed 1 month of studying Bhagavad Gita, are you finding that Bhagavad Gita is having this impact on you? In the last verse, we learned more about what the ego makes us do. Arjuna, I keep mixing up Arjuna and Duryodhana. Duryodhana is egotistical. One who is egotistical, an expression of this is selfishness. An expression of selfishness is carelessness. They only care about themselves, and so they're careless with everyone who's not them. An expression of carelessness is being an extrovert. And this is shown with Duryodhana in how he is externalizing Drona's personality. Because Drona has gone through a ritual, instead of feeling that Drona is a leader, now he thinks Drona is a thinker. That's what casteism is called. When you feel someone has done something outside and you assign this to their personality, like, I have a tattoo. Now, because I've gone through this ritual, does that make me a rogue in terms of caring for my family? Does that show my lack of commitment to Vedanta? But anyone who does feel that is an extrovert. Careless, selfish, egotistical. So we're analyzing Duryodhana's character more. And then we focused on Rishi Vyasa. There is no founder of Sanatana Dharma, of Hinduism. There is not. If we had to assign a personality to be the father, to be the lead figure of Sanatana Dharma, it would be Rishi Vyasa. When we all celebrate Guru Purnima, it's actually Vyasa Purnima. And we generalize that to Guru Purnima. In the Dhyana Shlokas, the preparation prayers, one of them is completely dedicated to Rishi Vyasa. We continue. Chapter 1, verse 8. Bhavan Bhishmascha Karnascha Kripascha Samitinjayaha Ashwathama Vikarnascha Saumadattistataivacha. Duryodhana is continuing to share with Drona, now who is on the Kaurava side, and he starts with Bhavan. He starts with, you are on our side. And then he lists Acharya Bhishma and Karna. And what this shows is how insincere Duryodhana is, because there is no dispute that Acharya Bhishma is the greatest on the Kaurava side and maybe in this entire war. But still he says, you are on our side. He is not being sincere. Even Drona knows Acharya Bhishma is greater. Who else is there? Kripa. Kripa is Samitinjaya. He's ever victorious. Now Kripa, he is a brother-in-law of Drona. They're related. And no one likes to be listed after Karna. So that's why he describes him as ever victorious. And what this shows, again, how egotistical people, they, even though they're taught not to succumb to casteism, they still do. Karna, he was given away as a child. Did he choose that? Yet his whole life that is used against him, if any of us did that with a child who was adopted by another family, you would feel horrible, no? That you're using that against someone. But that's what egotistical people do. They take that which is external, this happened to you, and assign that to your personality. Karna is one of the Pandavas. He's an expression of the sun. Next quarter, Ashwathama Vikarnascha. Who else is on our side? Ashwathama. That is Drona's son. So now he's listed Drona, Drona's brother-in-law, Drona's son. Next, he lists Vikarna, which is Duryodhana's brother. And my point here is that everything he's sharing with Drona is just transactional. He keeps bringing up all of his family members and not sharing in a fundamental way. He's excluding his family as being important. And finally, Saumadattis Tataivacha, and another personality that is on the Kaurava side. That's it for the history and culture. I'm going to shift over to more philosophy. Please remember, the philosophy in Bhagavad Gita starts in chapter 2, verse 11. And we could have made the choice to go directly there, but there's a beauty in completing every facet of a text, including the preparation. So all I'm sharing with you is my extended study to help us for the philosophy. Dharma, as a verb, means that which integrates. How do we nurture integrity? Dharma as a noun means responsibilities. In other words, whatever you're going to do today can potentially integrate who you are. Those who live by dharma, they will be prosperous. And for those who want more, need more, then their dharma is refined not for prosperity, but for peace. In one of the dhyana shlokas, the prayer verses, what is described is the Pandavas use dharma as a boat. In this poetry, dharma is a boat, and this boat carries them across an ocean of challenges. I'm sharing this with you because every day is challenging. Right now, you may feel that you're drowning in an ocean of challenges, but it wasn't as grand as what the Pandavas had gone through. And so this insight is, they've been there, done that, you should too. And wherever there's dharma, there's divinity. To sort of prove this, so that you don't feel the divine is partial, another historical philosophical text in Sanatana Dharma is called Ramayana. In the Ramayana, there are two brothers who are at war with each other, Sugriva and Vali. Sugriva is associated with Surya, that is the sun, and Vali is associated with Indra, that is power. And in this text, divinity sides and supports with Sugriva. Everyone is clear about that? Now you fast forward to this, that is the Mahabharata, historical philosophical text. You have two brothers at war with each other. You have Karna, who's associated with the sun, and you have Arjuna, who's associated with power. And who does divinity side with? Support. Arjuna. You see how divinity is not partial. Divinity is partial to dharma. Supporting the sun, that is Sugriva, now supporting Arjuna, that is power. So you may think the divine is not in your life. Perhaps dharma is not in your life then. Because if you are dharmic, you will feel divine. Your mind will be quieter. Your intellect will be more still. There is no partiality. You have a choice to make. From inspiration to application, your application was, what are further expressions of being self-absorbed? Does anyone want to share? My analysis is, the more self-absorbed you are, the more expectations you have. Obviously of others. The more expectations you have of others, the less you accept others. That is a strong sign of being self-absorbed. Your application for this morning, I want you to get oriented to how we're studying. Every verse has 2 lines. Every verse has 4 quarters. So as you go about reading and writing and reflecting on every verse, make sure you're oriented to 1 verse, 2 lines, 4 quarters. Shanti, Shanti, Shantihi, Be safe, be sound, be serene, be happiness.